How does domestic violence and domestic abuse affect your children? It's important to note that even if the violence, the abuse is not taking place in the same room that the children are, they hear. And even if they don't speak about it, they feel. They may not speak about the situation at home, but they feel it. And they can sense the tension that is at home. So we always say that domestic violence is actually direct child abuse. So they may not be directly affected by the abuse. For example, if you're being physically abused, they may not be in the same room, but they hear the commotion, they feel the tension, and all this happening in the home causes a lot of psychological disturbance on the children. And what happens is that they get a lot of fear because of the inconsistency. So they do not know what will happen tomorrow. They do not know when they leave school whether they will find their parents alive or they have killed each other, or what kind of an environment are they going into. And when children grow up in a chaotic environment, it's very, very destructive. They may also confuse chaos for love. Yeah. And the worst is that they can repeat the cycle. And this is something that I have seen, the cycle being repeated from one generation to another. Why? Because there are children who watched domestic violence happening at home, and so they think that is how relationships are, that is how the home environment is. So they end up becoming victims of domestic violence, or they end up becoming abusers themselves. So it's important to know that children hurt from domestic violence that is taking place at home. So it's important that if you have gone through domestic violence, seek therapy for your children. Seek help for their children. Don't assume that they were too young to know what was happening. I hear people saying, the young one does not know what's going on. They do. They do know what is happening. Even the stress that a pregnant woman may be going through as a result of domestic violence, the child in the womb is able to feel that stress, and all these factors predispose the child to mental illnesses later in life. So it's important for you to seek help early, so that whatever damage has been done can be repaired when the children are still young, or at whatever age that you realize that your children need help. It's never too late. So start today and seek help today.